So grab a big spoon and put it on loop. Serve freshly to you. It's Ben and Ham soup. So freshly to you. It's Ben and Ham soup.
Ho, ho, ho. That's you, home. Merry Christmas, you filthy
Are
animal.
you calling me fat like Santa or a hoe like, something?
I'm calling you a fat hoe.
Great. Well, that's two of the three. What's the last one? I don't want to know.
You unfit prostitute. Merry Christmas. To everyone at home, you are, what's the opposite of a fat hoe? Just an in-shape incel. Anyway.
You've insulted everyone but yourself.
Fuck me too. Merry Christmas to you. We've got some segment-shaped prezzies.
Yes.
You can unwrap with your ears
Hell yeah.
and you can do what you want with them.
Share them with your mates.
Share them with your mates, share them with your dates. A Christmas special,
Yep.
Ben and Ham soup.
Here we go.
Jingle bells. Jingle bells. Fun fact of the day.
Very nice.
It's the FFOTD. It's the FFOXMAS. The fun fact of Christmas. The fun fact of the day. This week we've got some Christmassy fun facts
Yes.
for our listeners.
Yep. I got a pretty good one, I think.
You always think you got a good
Yeah,
one.
I know.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how good mine is, but I want to hear yours.
Mine's definitely fun.
Again, is it a question of whether it's a fact? Oh God, not again.
No, it's factual, but it's more fun. Like the fun levels are off the chart.
Okay, I'm ready. I think let's start with we're going to put in too much fun.
Okay.
We're not going to do a scissors paper rock.
What are we doing?
We're doing a Santa, elves, Grinch.
Okay. What's the deal?
Well, Santa beats his elves.
Yep.
He beats them hard. The elves are cute. They make presents.
Uh-huh.
They beat the Grinch.
Sure.
The Grinch is trying to steal Christmas, but they're just making it there in the background. They're going to beat the Grinch. I think.
He can't get to the elves anyway. So
Exactly.
Yep.
But I think the Grinch definitely makes life hard for Santa. He beats Santa.
Okay.
We have our circle of life.
Okay. Circle of
Get
Christmas.
ready. You ready?
Yep.
Santa, elves, Grinch.
Ben's done Santa. I've done elves. What does that mean?
I'm in.
Are you in?
I didn't mean to do Santa. I accidentally did Santa. But no, Santa beats the elves. He
True. He beats them.
He beats them.
Punches
Like
them.
he literally
Yep. It's a slave camp over there.
and not Antarctica, the
North Pole.
North Pole.
Yep. Fact. Fun fact.
We're done. I've won. I get to choose, but it's Christmas. I'm giving you a present. What would you like to do?
I would like you to go first. Just to switch things up. The winner always chooses the other person.
Cool.
So-
My present was to you was asking, what would you like? Anyway, you go first. No, just kidding. I'm a man of my words.
It's like giving me a present and taking it away.
Okay. Did you know that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, he was only created in 1949. He was added to the lineup. He was a late inclusion. He was a call-up.
Wait, to the team of reindeers?
To the team.
Okay.
These reindeer, there was 8 of them. There was originally 8 of them. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on... Can you finish?
Donna and Vixen?
We've already said Vixen, but you're very close. It's on Donder and Blixen.
Right.
Now, Donder and Blixen, thunder and lightning in Dutch.
Cool.
Anyway, that's secondary. To the primary point, in 1949,
Post-war treat.
a little post-war treat, they came up with a song, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We all know how that goes. Created for promotion purposes, Rudolph all of a sudden, he's the star of the show. The other 8 have to take a back seat. Now there's 9.
What was it promoting? You don't know. He doesn't know. It's obvious. He's desperately searching.
It's not true. It's not true. I know exactly what it was. It's on a different website that I have to.
Through the power of editing, Ben will very quickly come to this conclusion. Find his info.
We're going to have some very powerful editing. It's going to be a Christmas miracle. The lyrics of the Rudolph song were written by Johnny Marks, and they were taken from the poem "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." The character itself was actually based on a character crafted by the Montgomery Ward marketing team in 1939. May was inspired by his daughter's love of deer at the Chicago Lincoln Park Zoo and his own experiences of being teased for his small stature and shyness as a child.
His big red nose.
That's right. The kids constantly made fun of him. He created this story and then he killed himself. No, he did.
I'll show those damn kids.
He hung himself in a chimney and the kids found him. No, we only joke. He considered naming the reindeer Rollo or Reginald. No wonder he got bullied. Poor bastard.
Nah, back then that's a cool name.
It was. He adapted the story into a song that Gene Autry recorded in 1949. The song became the second best-selling Christmas song of all time, probably beaten out by...
Jingle Bells?
No, what's in the
Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey. Okay, so she comes along 60 years later, massive pair on her and a good face, and she belts out another one tune. Montgomery Ward distributed 2.4 million copies of the story in its first year. Rudolph cemented himself in Christmas folklore and Christmas history.
Yep.
And this guy still no one knows who he is. He's probably still hated and bullied until the day he died. But
and you didn't answer my question. What was it promoting?
What was it promoting?
Yeah.
It was a marketing team. They were just promoting things. they were
Great non-answer.
They were promoting Christmas, hey.
Okay.
They're promoting Christmas. Here's the thing. I understand. I know you're. There's no soft way to say it. You're a capitalist pig, but for me, the love of Christmas itself is enough. It's the joy you see in children's eyes, things like that. I know you're saying, what was the point? What's the point?
Yeah.
Haim and I went on a hike yesterday. We went on a beautiful hike out near the Cathedral Ranges. It was a lovely 11K, and so many times you just said, what's the point? What's the point?
What's the point of that waterfall?
Exactly.
Let's just cement it up. It's just an eyesore.
Anyway, that's the point.
Okay. Point taken.
Haim, over to you.
All right. Okay, here's my very fun partial fact. No, it is a fact. But you'll see why I said that in a second here. Like, we both love movies, right? So I think you'll appreciate this one. This is another entertainment-based fact. The bad guys in Home Alone, the Wet Bandits, wouldn't actually have fared too well in real life. Okay. So that's
Come
what
on,
okay,
surprised.
yeah, exactly.
Let me tell you.
That's the fact.
If they get electrocuted to the point where you see their skeleton, you might die. Is that what you're about to tell me?
Okay, that's the fact. Here's the fun part. Okay. So I've found this article, and a doctor gave his his
analysis.
He gave his diagnosis for all the different injuries in the movie. I'll put the link up, and so you can have the further reading. I'll just read one injury. Okay.
I want you to read a couple.
Let's start with blowtorch to the scalp. That one's pretty cool. So the doctor's diagnosis. Harry has an interesting reaction to having a lit blowtorch aimed directly at his scalp. Rather than remove himself from the danger, he keeps the top of his skull directly in line of fire for about 7 seconds. What was likely a simple second-degree burn, skin burn, is now a full-thickness burn, likely to cause necrosis of the calvarium, which is the skull bone. This means that the skin and bone tissue on Harry's skull will be so damaged and rotted that his skull bone is essentially dying and will likely require a transplant.
Okay, skull transplant, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's fixable though, he's not dead yet.
True.
Bit sore.
True.
He fell outside in the snow. That might have cooled it down a little bit later on.
No, I think that was after the doorknob.
Okay.
I think. Okay, iron to the face. Let's estimate the distance from the first floor to the basement at 15 feet and assume the steam iron weighs about 4 pounds. And note that the iron strikes Marv squarely in the mid-face. This is a serious impact, with enough force to fracture the bones surrounding the eyes. This is also known as a blowout fracture and can lead to serious disfigurement and debilitating double vision if not repaired properly. Don't. Don't do that. Don't invade a child's house after he's watched this movie, I guess.
Wonderful PSA. Don't get hit in the face with an iron from the
Yes.
2 stories.
Okay, last one for you. Handling a burning hot doorknob. The doctor's diagnosis. If this doorknob is glowing visibly red in the dark, it has been heated to about 751 degrees Fahrenheit. And Harry gives it a nice, strong 1 to 2 second grip. By comparison, 1 second of contact with 155 degree water is enough to cause 3rd degree burns. So 750 degrees. The temperature of that doorknob is not quite hot enough to cause Harry's hand to burst into flames, but it is not far off. Assuming Harry doesn't lose the hand completely, he will almost certainly have other serious implications, including a high risk for infection and contracture, in which the resulting scar tissue seriously limits the flexibility and movement of the hand, rendering it less than 100% useful. Kevin has moved from defending his house into sheer malice, in my opinion.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Look, if you're breaking into someone's house, you get what you deserve.
True.
Okay?
True. The wet bandits were full of confidence.
And they kept going back to the well.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
He burns his hand really early on, I think,
Mm.
before they actually break into the house.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
And then they go back for more in the next one. So they obviously recovered very well.
they get him again.
Yeah.
They go again. Very fun fact.
Thank you. Thank you.
All I can think of is how my fact's not very fun. I'm not,
No, fuck that.
you went with a very fun fact. I didn't know you were going so fun, man.
Well, so you sound so defeated.
No, I'm not saying mine's not a fun fact.
Yeah.
See, you've gone very fun
Uh-huh.
kind of fact.
Yep.
I've gone fun
Very fact. Nice. Hey,
It was 1939 when the Montgomery War. Damn it. He was at the zoo with his daughter, and it's fun. Enjoy it.
yeah.
Okay.
Look, we'll leave it open to the.
No, let's not leave it open. Let's
Okay.
just say we're both winners this Christmas.
Sure. I just was thinking back to when you were claiming that you'd won every single one.
Yeah. This just says this is in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Let's just not ruin my perfect streak.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say we're all winners.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh, come all ye faithful home and tell me, would you rather? We're going to knock off a couple of would you rathers. See if we can do them Christmas style.
Okay.
Hame.
Yep.
Would you rather fight off? Who are the wet bandits? It's Marv
And Harry.
And Harry. Fucking Would you rather defend your house against Marv and Harry,
Mm-hmm.
or would you rather defend Nakatomi Plaza?
Okay, so do I rather defend
No.
my house from 2 incompetent idiots or a fucking team of highly trained terrorists?
To be fair, they're not that highly trained because they.
Well, best case scenario, they have it in numbers.
Okay, I've got a much better would you rather.
Okay.
This is serious. This is the would you rather. That was only a little warm up.
Okay.
Would you rather defend your home from Marv and Harry
Mm-hmm.
in Home Alone universe?
Okay.
You've got a good chance of
So it's
defending it,
Basically a cartoon.
but something can go wrong.
Yeah.
Or would you rather attack Nakatomi Plaza with
Team of terrorists?
Hans
Gruber?
with Hans Gruber? You're only up against Harry McLean.
Harry?
Harry? What's his name? I've got Harry from Harry and Marv.
This guy gets everywhere.
What's his name in Die Hard? What's
Fuck.
Bruce Willis's name? John McClane.
John McClane.
It's John McClane, of course. It's come to me. You didn't know either.
I'll defend with Hans Gruber against Harry McLean. That one's easy.
No. You're going in seriously. You're attacking Nakatomi Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know in advance that John is, because obviously if you knew in advance, you just kill.
But I kind of know in advance because I get to choose.
You just know that's gonna. He's already starting in the vets.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Okay,
You're going up against Die Hard. You're going against McLean.
Yeah.
Or you're defending against the Wet Bandits.
Okay. I think definitely the Wet Bandits because John McClane defeats the terrorists, and I wouldn't make the difference there. Particularly if I'm taking the place of one of the terrorists, their pool of skill has now dropped quite substantially, I think.
The movie's over in 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's a short film now.
You've still got Hans Gruber though. He was unlucky. He was a smart guy. Up on that rooftop, he made a couple of good decisions.
Nah. I'm going for the Wet Bandits.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Home.
Yep.
Would you rather have to urinate out a litre of eggnog or poo out an entire fruitcake?
Is the fruitcake
fruitcake
shaped, or is it digested?
It's a whole fruitcake.
Definitely the eggnog.
Smart move. Me too.
I know it is.
It's very viscous eggnog though.
Even so.
Okay.
Ben, would you rather every dessert from now to the rest of your life is Christmas fruitcake, or every present you receive is a burden present, like you have to travel somewhere. It's like a gift card to somewhere in Sydney or another country, or a new pet that you have to look after, and you can't give it away.
And I can't give it away.
No, you have to deal with it.
Okay, I'll just kill the pet. That's okay. Probably.
Okay, the guilt will be the burden in that case.
Okay.
So you can kill the pet.
Okay, I think the guilt of just murdering pets probably is not as bad as having to eat Christmas pudding all the time.
You don't have to eat it, but you can't have any other desserts.
Oh, that sounds even worse. That sounds even worse. I don't even get the Christmas pudding. May I just say, fun fact of the day, Christmas pudding has suet in it. A lot of Christmas pudding has suet in it, and it's animal product.
What is that? Is it like stomach lining?
Exactly. Yes, correct. From I think the fat surrounding organs in a cow's stomach. And anyway, it has animal product in it.
Okay,
sure.
Well, your one wouldn't have that.
Mine wouldn't have that in it?
No.
That's okay then, because
it's vegetarian.
You know what? Christmas pudding's not that bad. But
It's
I don't
not
get
that
that many presents as it is.
Yeah, but these ones you have to deal with them. You can't just not go to Sydney or whatever.
Do I have to pay?
No, but you have to do everything.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm taking the inconvenient presents in.
Okay. I'm gonna get you a trip to
No.
Tasmania.
We're not friends anymore. That's not fair. That's not a present at all if you're making me go to Tasmania. No, we love Tasmania.
Uh-huh.
Merry Christmas to all our Tasmanian listeners. Jingle All the Way should be releasing in cinemas soon.
I think this is an in-joke between us that you don't like Tasmania.
But I actually do like Tasmania.
Yeah, I know.
So
it's just
not that much. I just don't hate it. Haim, would you rather stop the Holocaust or stop September 11th?
The fun Christmas themed hypothetical. I mean, I have to go with the numbers of people killed. So I think the Holocaust wins.
Fantastic. Good move.
Stop that one. I'm stopping
I
that.
knew you'd. I know you hate 9/11.
Sure. Whereas you love it.
Haim, come on. Come on, man. That's not cool.
Ben.
Haim.
No, Ben. Would you rather? You can only watch Christmas movies for the rest of your life, or you can only watch rom-coms for the rest of your life.
Oh, there's a lot of good rom-coms.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like
a few good Christmas movies.
Yeah, I feel like most Christmas movies are rom-coms. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Correct.
It is.
Yes. It counts.
That's tough.
Jingle All the Way counts, obviously.
Jingle All the Way.
Love Actually, you can watch. You get to watch that either way. Don't worry.
Oh, lucky me. I think I would choose. See, there's so many more rom-coms than there are Christmas films. So I think for the first time in my life, I'm going to say they need to make more Christmas films. That's the only way I'm choosing it. I'm going rom-coms.
Okay. Ben, would you rather keep doing Would You Rathers or move on to the next segment now?
I think you know the answer. Hame. I've got a handkerchief for you. Dry your eyes because you're crying yourself to sleep every night with happiness. She's perfect in every way. She's a 10.
This is a deal breaker.
That's up for you to decide. It is, Hame. It's a deal breaker. It's a Christmas deal breaker where you meet the woman of your dreams. She's perfect in every possible way.
Okay. It's been a while, I think.
Except for one.
Okay.
You've got to decide whether you'll stay or whether you'll go.
Okay.
Hame. This woman, she's a woman of your dreams. She's into funny looking guys.
I don't like her.
Well, that's good. She wouldn't like you because you're a superstar, mate. It was only a joke. You're a stunner.
Yeah.
She is beautiful, kind, funny. She loves playing Mario games.
Sweet.
She loves hearing about them. She likes hearing you drone on and on and on about Zelda and Mario
Which I don't do.
and all your things. She's happy to indulge in all your weird little fantasies. She's willing to do all that weird stuff that you like in the bedroom, right? Everything. She's perfect in every way.
Mm-hmm.
But she's Mrs. Claus. She's married. She's married to Santa. She's married to a man that works really hard.
Okay.
And he lives a long way away.
Okay.
He lives up.
Santa's still alive? Is not recently divorced?
His
or
name's Mr.
widowed?
Claus. His name's Nicholas. His name's Nicholas Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's been canonized. His name's Saint Nick. He lives up in the northern circle. He could live in the very northern parts of Canada, for example. I'm not we don't have a geolocation of the house. Okay, it's not available. But he lives up north. She said, "Look, it's just hard. He's just always working. He's really busy around Christmas time. I never get to spend time with him, and you just know it's not going to work. But she's married to him, and she will not leave him."
Okay. Let me just think of some questions here.
While you're thinking, I've got to tell you, I really had to
one,
shoehorn the Christmas into it. By and large, she's perfect in every way, but she can't divorce her husband.
Okay. And it's literally Santa.
You don't know. I mean, do you believe haven't you seen Miracle on 34th Street, Home? If Santa's real, if you believe Santa's real, Santa's real.
Okay.
I think it's just
This is a weird one.
Just for the sake, it's funny. She says she just talks in. She's like, my husband.
Whether it's
Nick,
true or not, she believes.
Nicholas Claus, and you're like, are you talking? Do you think your husband's Santa? And she says things like, Hamish, the magic of Christmas. She says, look, we've got things like it's like in a film. She would say things like, oh, we've got these beautiful reindeer at home. We've got Donna or Donda. We've got Blitzen. We've got Vixen. We've got Dasher.
Blixen.
That's right. You see? And you go, hang on a second. Are you talking about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? And she goes, well, he does have quite a strong red nose. And then she walks off and you don't get to
left pondering.
You're always left pondering. He's got this sleigh in the garage. And you go, is it magical?
He only uses it once a year.
Does
it's
it
like
fly?
such a waste
She
of
goes,
space.
oh, I'm not allowed in there. He never allows me in there to see it.
I'm sick of it. Doesn't seem like a total deal breaker, except for the giant red flag of she's not leaving this guy.
And to you, I think to most people, that's a red flag.
It's a pretty big red flag. I think. I mean, okay. Here's my question before: do I have to move to like the North Pole or Canada or whatever? Or is she coming down here to visit?
I don't think Mr. Claus he doesn't know about this arrangement, so you're certainly not welcome to move in with them. And
Okay.
I don't think there are any houses for sale in,
So
in
she's
the North
visiting.
Pole. She visits. She finds a way.
Okay.
She comes down the chimney.
I'm left pondering again.
It's a familial. That's how she was brought up. It's normal.
Okay. I definitely don't prefer this woman to my current girlfriend. If something were to happen to her, God forbid, I could probably put up with it.
That's such a row.
Does that sound too weird?
You're always up for at least the beginnings of anything, aren't you? You're always willing to dip your gingerbread in a bit of eggnog, aren't you? You can't say you're not a goer. I tell you, Mrs. Claus.
I'm not a closed-minded guy.
Santa better not be pulling a sickie this time and letting Miss Claus ride the sleigh, because if she comes down your chimney, she might get.
I think you're lost in your own analogy.
She might get a couple of prezzies up her stocking, if you know what I mean.
Fucking gross.
You got something in your stocking for me, hey?
I've got a gift for you. This is the Christmas taste test, and today I've brought in kombucha. I love kombucha.
And can I just say, it's a Christmas miracle this week. We can both see. It's not a blind taste test.
Oh yeah, true.
This is a visible Christmas miracle.
Yeah. This is a Pavlova kombucha. It says festive batch, so they've Christmasified their Booch. This was in the back corner of Woolies, more than half price. I don't think
more than
people-
half price off, or
Yes, off. No one's going for the Pavlova kombucha.
I'm shocked.
So I think this is hilarious because it's like like I said, I like kombucha a lot. Not a flavor I would have thought you would make kombucha out of. And these two things in my mind, they just don't go together. They shouldn't go together. I don't know if this has a right to exist. So I got it, and we're going to try it right now.
I've got to say, whilst Haim is doing his kombucha-ifying maneuvers where he
I'm activating it.
activates it, and you are a kombucha, well, at least say fan. You're not brewing your own kombucha, but
No.
you've
I've thought about doing that.
you've thought about it.
Hang on, let me just open this.
And thinking
nice and
about
close.
it is 50% of doing something, I
True.
always say. I'm a huge...
Oh, fuck. It's on my shirt. Fuck. I activated it too hard.
That's what she said.
I get an early smell here. That's a hint.
Haim is now wearing half of the half of the kombucha. What I was going to say before... I love the fact that I saw your face distort into something horrific.
Yep.
I love tasting things that are absurd in their flavor profile. Like you'll see chips and it'll be like Vegemite and cheddar chips. Anything where, and again, the higher the absurdity, the more interested I am. But even anything where you wonder, how are they going to distill this flavor down, put it into flavor on a chip, and convert that to my brain?
Yeah.
And sometimes it gets more and more absurd. Like even honey chicken's kind of crazy that you can put that on a chip.
True. I wonder if like a lot of these things, they design it so if you read it and know what it should be like, your brain fills in the gaps. I think that's the science, really.
I think we should do another one where you know what it is, I have to guess.
Ah, cool. That's actually sounds really fun. There's some silly writing on the back. This kombucha was handcrafted in Melbourne by tiny elves. That's just a snippet.
Do you reckon they actually got like midgets to make to craft this kombucha?
I don't think so.
Okay, he's giving it the sniff test.
Quite herbaceous.
Oh, I'm so impressed.
Hang on. I did read something. Okay, in the ingredients, just quickly. Raw kombucha, sparkling water, wild kombucha, culture, black tea, green tea, plant-based sweeteners, natural vanilla extract, natural flavors. Bit of
Ground.
vanilla, bit quite Christmassy.
You know when they say made by elves, right? That's clearly false. I'm just saying it's objectively false.
Yeah.
Elves didn't make it. How far in the festive spirit could they go? Like in the ingredients, could they say the spirit of Christmas and magic? Like is that breaking some TGA rule where the law is like you can't put You can't say it was made by elves, and you
Yeah.
can't say it's got magic spirit instead of sugar.
Maybe because this kombucha was handcrafted in Melbourne by tiny elves, it's more than 50% correct. It's kombucha, it's handcrafted and made in Melbourne. Then they're like, fine.
Made by 50% of imported from the North Pole.
Yeah. All right, I'm too thirsty, so I'm going in now.
So Haim's getting a bit of a palate engagement.
Mm.
Measuring the aeration and probably giving a bit of a mouthfeel assessment, I feel, coming
Do
on.
you want to engage your palate?
Is that what you say to all the girls, Haim?
It's pretty tasty. It's actually very mild. I'm not getting any pavlova, even though I read that it was supposed to be pavlova, although I haven't had pavlova in quite a while. So what should it taste like? Fruit and sugar? What is a pavlova for our... I don't know. Is it pavlova an Australian dish?
New Zealanders will say it's New Zealand.
Okay.
Australians, they won't lie. They'll say it's Australian. I think...
It's a sick burn.
Look, and to be fair to New Zealand, they're probably better than Tasmania, but we don't consider Tasmania part of Australia anyway, so it's okay. We'll take New Zealand.
We, he says.
Well, I speak on behalf of all reasonable Australians, and
Yep.
some people like to refer to us as mainlanders.
Yep.
Look, a pavlova, absolutely. Heaps of sugar, heaps of egg whites. I'm a personal fan of berries. I love strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. Here's the thing. I love a little bit of kiwi fruit.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like you love a fruit salad.
I do. With those fruits, kiwi fruit and some passion fruit pulp.
Yep.
That to me, I'm in heaven. What a pav,
Uh-huh.
right? This
Has none of that.
doesn't taste of anything.
It
This-
tastes like kombucha, right? It's
well,
just like
sugary-
close to plain kombucha.
It has a little bit of that like sugary, floury kind of like, sits there on the lining of your mouth with a bit of sugar. There's nothing distinctly Pavlovian about that.
No, I don't think I agree. All right, I've drawn up some ratings that we could rate it by. Okay, we can rate the idea / the flavor combo, pavlova on a kombucha. We can do the initial taste test, so just what we think about it now, and then I also think longevity. So often when I try weird stuff, I'm like, oh, that was nice for a bite. If you have a few more bites, you start to get sick, and you're like, I can't be bothered with that.
The only thing I would add to that is how close to home it hits, because there's the attempt that you're talking about in point one, and then there's also the execution of how close it gets. Because something might be really bizarre,
Great.
but it
Yep.
hits it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Let's hit number one.
Idea flavor combo. The thing that made me buy it was on the back, I did see that vanilla flavoring. I was like, I like vanilla. I like kombucha. I'm not seeing much else in there. I think they forgot to add the fruit and the pavlova. So I was like, that seems good. But I didn't get it because it was pavlova.
I would say out of the gate, 6 out of 10. It's not the worst
Okay.
idea in history.
Sure. I was thinking like 5.
Okay, I'm down for 5.
Okay. Initial taste test. I thought it was nice. Ignoring that it doesn't taste anything like it, it was just quite nice and refreshing, but mild.
I would prefer something cleaner. To me, it doesn't taste crisp. It doesn't taste healthy. 5 to 6 out of 10 again.
Okay. I'm on a 6.
Okay.
Longevity. I think because it's quite mild and uninteresting, you could drink it for a long time. So
You could, but here's the thing, would you? Because what I'm saying is there's a lot of things out there in life where you go, could I eat a lot of it? Yeah, I could. But there's so many things that I can eat that I would not choose to eat this.
okay, I'm imagining now, I'm walking through the aisles of Woolies. I see this. If it's on sale and nothing else is, no other Booch, I'll grab it again. If everything's the same, I'm going for a different flavor. So what does that tell you?
That says something.
That says it's it's like a 5 out of 10.
We're hitting 5.
Yeah. Yeah. And what was the other one? How close it got to the thing?
Execution to what it promises.
Yep.
I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah, I was 1 or a 2.
It does something, 1 or a 2. It's not a 0 because it doesn't taste completely. They haven't given you
It
something.
doesn't taste like,
apple or
or like
Vegemite.
banana ice cream or no, what's something pizza? It doesn't taste like totally ridiculously off course.
Yeah.
So what does that feel like? It feels like Like a disappointing 5 out of 10.
What brand is it?
Okay, so it's a Remedy
So
kombucha.
listen, Remedy. We're rejecting any potential application to be a sponsor of the soup. We don't want you. You've failed.
But we would like the taste
Miserably.
testing job. And we can probably generate some good ideas too.
Well, we can tell you not to redo this. Hey, very quickly, what's a Christmas flavour that you would put into a kombucha?
Fuck, you put me on the spot here.
Roast turkey, roast ham. Could you go something crazy? Would you go eggnog? The pudding. Everyone loves a bit of pudding at Christmas.
I think keep it simple. I think these are Christmas flavors. Just like a apple, cinnamon, nutmeg dessert, something. Put it in Booch.
There you go.
I don't know.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you call that? the well-known Christmas dessert, apple, cinnamon, nutmeg, something.
Remedy, Hamish said, invite us to be a taste testers. We're going to have brilliant ideas.
We'll workshop it. He gave me 5 seconds to come up with it.
He's given that brilliant idea away for free. We've got a lot more like that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Brand new segment for Chrissy Home.
Nice, yeah.
You can unwrap this one.
Yep.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's great ideas. Great business ideas. With pen and ham soup. I got a great Christmas idea for you, Ham.
Okay.
I just want this is the Dragon's Den opinion.
Okay,
This is the Shark Tank.
I'm the millionaire.
Sure.
I'm gonna fund you or kick you to the curb.
Exactly. That's what you're going to do. And I think you're going to fund this brilliant idea.
Okay.
Christmas time.
Yep.
Log online. You put in the details of a close friend or a close foe. Someone that's annoyed you. And we send them a big old lump of coal and a Christmas card.
What's the business name? Do you have like a company name?
It's called Christmas Coal.
Okay.
And I think that is coal gold.
I was on the fence. I was on the fence until you said that, and then I'm off the fence.
You're off the fence. I knew you weren't going to be further on the fence.
Yep.
I knew you've haphazardly fallen back onto your side of the fence.
Yes, with my money.
Hang on a sec. What's that? It's a $100 bill. It's stuck on the fleur-de-lis, the little pointy part of the fence. Hey, let me try and just let me patch
I appreciate how you dropped that knowledge in there.
You're welcome. I do my best. I'm picking you up. I'm dusting you off. I'm saying home.
Just tricking. Here's my real idea.
No. Let me repitch my original idea to you in a better manner. You told me, Haim, you had a holiday in Tasmania.
Mm-hmm.
You had a little bit of an altercation. Your dad was in the car. There was another guy driving another vehicle.
Yep.
We're just going to leave it ambiguous so people wonder what happened.
Yes.
But there was
Words were said, words were shouted, gestures were made.
Not from Hamish.
No.
Because he's Switzerland. He never takes sides. Now, Haim, you could send this guy a big lump of coal with a letter. Do you remember me? I cut in front of you on the freeway. You sped up. I passed you. I just want you to know you're an asshole. Signed Big Tom.
Signed Christmas Cole.
Signed Christmas. Exactly.
I'm liking this version. And here's why. I don't know that guy's name or his address or anything. So I also don't know his license plate number. But let's say I remembered that. I could give that to you and Christmas Cole goes out and does the searching. They find him and then they send it to him.
We're a PI service as well.
Yes. Yeah.
We only need an image.
Yeah.
We track them down.
Also, my family was murdered. Can you sort that out? Can you find out who did it, please?
And
send them some Christmas
We
coal.
can send them some coal.
Yeah, that's the extent of the punishment.
We don't prosecute. But we will send them some coal.
I like it. Last question. How much is the service?
Well, you've got to pay for the coal. Okay.
Okay.
So it depends how much
Like
coal you want to give them.
10 cents worth.
We would recommend not too much. You don't want them to profit from the ability to commercially traffic large quantities of coal. We had for instance, we had one customer last week. They said they wanted 3.7 metric tons of coal. I said, hang on a second. That's bad for business.
Yeah.
Just send them.
Hang on. I don't know. If someone's really done me wrong, say the guy that killed my family,
bury them in coal.
put a dump truck of coal on, I was going to say on their front yard or something, on their car.
you would be familiar. You can send someone an envelope or the thing of glitter, and they open it, and it goes everywhere, and it's really annoying.
Yeah.
I think something like that.
Yeah.
We can send them manure. We would branch out into sending manure, sending glitter, sending manure with glitter in it, sending coal covered in manure with glitter in it.
Oh yeah.
We do all that sort of thing. That's they're extras though. They're added extras.
Yeah, of course.
So base. We could
What's
offer.
the bog standard 1 envelope worth of coal?
Well, there's no bog in the standard. The bog's
sorry,
extra.
that was extra. Yeah.
The standard we're doing. Now, I haven't looked up the commodities market, so I don't make fun of me when I.
Okay.
This is dirty coal just for the sake. It's very bad quality coal.
Okay. I think that's for the best. It gets everywhere. Grubby
100%.
and
100%. I'm going to say you can send a nice little a kilo of coal, just enough.
1 kilo.
Just for it to be. I want it to be inconvenient for them to throw out.
Uh-huh.
You shouldn't put it in the bin because it's going to be really heavy. Okay. Enough for them to like put on a mantelpiece if they choose to accept the reminder that they have wronged someone. That's going to be Christmas special, $17.99.
Wow.
Okay. It's normally $20, but 10% off for Christmas,
including shipping.
Now that depends that's only shipping to Metro.
Okay.
Regionals more.
Yeah. International more again.
Well, internationals. We're working with international distributors.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
It's going to be.
There'll be Christmas coal in America and whatever.
Look, we're going to do something. I didn't want to say this, but we're potentially going to partner with Amazon. It's going to be an Amazon Prime thing. We're going to have next day coal delivery.
Yeah.
So if someone wrongs you really late at night, they're waking up. They're going to get a fucking huge lump of coal. We call it the breakfast special. Okay, yeah. Someone pisses you off at dinner.
Breakfast Express.
That's right. They're not getting to lunch the next day without knowing. What do you think?
I do like it, but I do think if I want to annoy someone, getting an explosion of glitter, even a small explosion of glitter, is more annoying than the coal. So I might be going to that business instead. Just to be totally honest.
Okay. That already exists.
Yeah.
So I'm going to branch out one last time. One little Christmas addendum.
Yeah.
We send Christmas cupcakes, but what we do is we poo into.
We've got a team of big dudes. They're eating around the clock. They're eating real cupcakes.
We've got
a dozen a day.
We've got a team of specialists that work around the clock. The irony is that they're really working around the cock because it's coming out of their butthole. They're working around the clock, and
that's the reach.
The reach around, so to
around,
speak.
Yeah.
So they work around the clock. What they do is they poo into some Glad wrap.
Yeah.
We take that, we freeze it in the freezer.
Okay.
We bake them a chocolate muffin, and then we grate.
Okay, so
we do a little bit.
So you don't need that much.
This is actually a throwback to like episode 4 where I called your fun fact a bit of shaved poo. They grate some poo over the cupcake, right? And then we put little sprinkles, and they're regular sprinkles. There's nothing.
Okay.
We don't do anything wrong with the sprinkles because that's don't want to. We still have an aesthetic to uphold.
Yeah. If I got a package of muffins, say
no, it's not a pack.
One single muffin.
We're only doing one.
Okay, one muffin. If I open it, it's been traveling, right? So it's not refrigerated. It's been traveling for at least a few hours. Possibly a day.
Delivery truck's refrigerated.
Okay.
It's a big business.
Either way, open it. Aren't I smelling that first? Maybe I'm not eating it.
No, because I think freezing the poo would probably.
But then it would defrost in the refrigerated, not frozen truck. By the time they get it, it's not frozen anymore.
Here's the thing. The muffin comes in a beautiful little case, okay, with a nice little letter. The muffin.
It says read after eating.
Here's the thing. I've got an answer for that. But right before the delivery guy delivers it, he opens it up, quickly grates the poo,
okay.
Closes it, delivers it.
This is worse than being an Amazon delivery driver.
No. We offer free health insurance.
Okay.
We're a non-profit.
Okay.
We're a non-profit. It's structured so as CEO, I am getting a massive payout.
Yeah.
But as a company, we're non-profit. Okay. And then at the bottom of the muffin, when you've eaten it, like, you know, the little disc that it sits on, that just says,
You ate shit.
you ate poo. Ha ha. And then like a person like you ate poo from Hamish. Ha ha. What do you think about that?
It's extremely.
Because you said that, here's the thing, you said the coal wasn't enough.
This might be too much.
Okay. All right. I agree.
What if you've eaten nuts and the nuts come through and someone's got a nut allergy?
Well, then they die. I mean, that's on them. They shouldn't be eating cupcakes. They don't know what's in
I
there.
guess so.
We could also put may contain traces of nuts, and because it's in the poo.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's too much, we just send them a box of poo. We don't. That's
Okay,
the fair
yeah.
middle ground.
That's pretty fair.
Okay. That's what
Yeah.
you want. Hamish has decided he wants to sell boxes of poo. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Let us know, let us know, let us know. Let us know, AI decides, which one is better this week. AI decides, Haim. Traditionally, we've done pickup lines.
Yep.
We've done a couple of left balls and right balls. I meant to say curve balls.
We've
But
done them all.
We've done them all.
Yep.
This time, we're doing Christmas. AI decides. We're pitching movies.
Yes.
We're pitching Christmas Hallmark
Something
movies.
we've always wanted to do.
The thing is, we know if we get the time, probably not in the next 2 or 3 years, but in the next 5 to 10 maybe, we've got an Oscar in us. We know that.
Yep.
Whether we get it or not, we know it's going to be an Oscar-worthy film. But it starts with the inception of a great idea.
Yes.
It's probably not going to be, we're going for something, I don't want to shit on Christmas films, but we might have to go with something a little bigger for the Oscar.
Yeah. Spielberg's first movie wasn't his very best, you know. You have to do a little warm up and then you hit the big time.
But we're going to start with a Christmas film.
Mm.
And we're going to start with a pitch.
Yes.
AI decides, let us know. Now, Haim, I've got a prompt here.
Mm-hmm.
It's saying to ChatGPT exactly that. Gear yourself up for 2 stunning scripts. And it's
Pitches.
pitches. Okay, interesting. You've gone a pitch. I've gone a little bit more of a script. I haven't got
Right.
I'm not doing the entire script.
Okay.
I'll give
Thank
the
God
clip
for
now.
that.
It's going to give us a breakdown of what it thinks is the best script.
Pitch.
The best pitch.
What word have you used in asking him?
I have
It.
said movie pitches.
Okay, pitches. Good.
Okay. So I haven't used, we're going to give you 2 movies.
Because I don't want ChatGPT to disqualify me because I haven't written a 180-page script. I don't know what you've done, but I haven't done that.
Not 180 pages.
I've got 180 characters.
Fantastic. Haim, would you like to indulge the listeners in the Hamish special
Sure.
Christmas pitch?
Sure. Here's the thing, okay? Just a little explanation, okay? All right, so yeah, I've asked myself what makes a great Christmas movie, okay? I think the core of them are always about family. Of course, I think you'll agree. So,
Like Die Hard. Doesn't have a
Exactly.
family anymore. Wonderful film.
what are you talking about? You guys- Some of the terrorists don't have families anymore.
Not anymore. The wives are definitely missing their husbands. Daddy's not coming home.
Yes. And then there's another ingredient that I've latched onto, and I think combining these two creates the perfect Christmas movie.
Nudity.
No, this is for everybody.
Okay.
So the pitch is, and then this is the title. It's a Muppets Fast and the Furious. Set at Christmas time, obviously.
Okay.
That's my pitch.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah, it's a pitch. It's like an elevator pitch.
Okay. We've definitely gone opposite ends of the spectrum because I've written out the cliff notes of the film.
What, I had to come up with the whole movie?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Who's
did.
going to come up with a pitch?
We both had the same amount of time. You and I, we both came up with this idea and then we started our... That's all you came up with after that much.
Why? You don't need any more. That's all you need to know. I say that to someone in Hollywood. They're giving me the 100 million.
But you're saying a Muppets Fast and the Furious.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But how is that Christmassy?
Well, it's set at Christmas. This one is set at Christmas. They've done loads of them. Some of them, none of them, as far as I know, are set at Christmas. This one's set at Christmas. You know, instead of Vin Diesel, you got Kermit the Frog. He's the dad, or I don't know what role he plays. But it writes itself. It writes itself.
Have you seen Fast and the Furious?
He's a leader character, and so is Kermit the Frog.
Okay.
Miss Piggy's there.
Okay, this is definitely... I think AI decides it's going to struggle to decide because they're going to be very different pitches. I've gone for a full pitch.
It's the pitch. You can flesh yours out. That's just
okay.
creating possibility for
Sure.
letting yourself down.
Okay, so you're putting in... Haim's pitch is...
The Muppets Fast and the Furious.
The Muppets Fast and the Furious.
In brackets, Christmas time. You have to let ChatGPT know that it's set at Christmas time.
At Christmas time. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's Ben's. Okay, so we've got Haim's.
Yeah.
And then we've got here's Ben's. So...
Oh my God, I can see the text.
So mine Haim is...
Scene 1.
So I've got a little bit of back... I've done some casting.
Okay, so have I. I put Kermit the Frog in there.
Good.
Vin Diesel's cut.
My Santa's played by like a late 40s John Hamm's type character. Okay? It's a younger Santa Claus film is what I'm saying. Okay? And I've gone, you know how like it's a little bit modernized, a la how Baz Luhrmann modernized Romeo and Juliet. I'm not saying it's a musical, just for context. It's a little bit edgy.
Yep.
That's how it's
Sure.
working. Mrs. Claus, the film opens, Mrs. Claus develops pneumonia up in the...
For God's sake.
Mrs. Claus develops pneumonia up in the North Pole.
John Hamm's beside himself.
John Hamm's stressing. Santa rallies the reindeer, bundles her into the sleigh, and he rides at full speed, right? Unfortunately, despite his best efforts, they arrive at the nearest hospital, which is in Norway. Okay.
Sure. I love it.
But she's pronounced dead. She dies. And so he's devastated. Santa spirals into a deep depression, okay? And he's arrested for DUI. He's arrested for...
He's slaying and driving. So I mean drinking and slaying.
Which is funny because that's what you say you do most weekends. Anyway, so he drives drunk one night. He gets arrested and he has his sleigh and Rudolph impounded. So he gets out, he sobers up, he gets out the next morning, he's released back into the streets, he's hitchhiking on the street, okay? He's never used an Uber before, he doesn't carry cash for food, he's struggling because he's from the North Pole, mate, he's Santa Claus. He's dishevelled, his beard's all out of whack, he looks a bit worse for wear. An attractive girl walks past. Her name's Holly.
Played by the other casting?
Yeah. I've got a couple of I've got a couple of options.
Yeah.
She's played by who's the chick that plays the Catwoman in the old Batman films?
Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, newer than that. Just
Gyllenhaal?
No.
Catwoman.
Selena Kyle.
In the newest one? Not the newest
in
one.
the latest film, she plays like
Zoe?
Before Zoe is what I'm saying. She plays like a bit of an older cougar in her latest film. She hooks up with like a 23-year-old and she plays like a 39-year-old.
That's not Halle Berry?
No, it's not Halle Berry. It's
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway, thank you. An attractive girl, Holly. That's the meet cute, right? She walks past, she notices him. A downtrodden Nick.
They're still in Norway?
Yes.
Okay.
No. I don't know.
Okay. It's not totally fleshed out.
Right. It's not, just give me a break.
Yeah.
She's in Manhattan. I don't know why he's in Manhattan.
How the fuck do you get to Manhattan? It can't be in Manhattan.
Okay. No,
this
it is.
This is why my one has no gaps in
because,
it.
Hear me out. He took her to she died in hospital in Norway, went home. but then he was just like slaying around the world.
Okay.
He's
He
in
can
Manhattan.
fly around the world drunk, and then he crashes in
He
Manhattan.
gets
or
crashes.
something,
He crashes. He gets arrested in Manhattan because he's smashing through the bins on the street
Uh-huh.
late at night.
He hits
Obviously,
a tower.
the NYPD pick him up. She walks out the next morning, sees him like wandering the streets of New York. She thinks he's going to get mugged, but he's a nice look, John Hamm type character. Mate. So
Sure.
his name's Nick, by the way, of course.
Yeah,
Nick
yeah.
Claus.
Yeah.
Not Saint, none of that. As I said, remember, modernized
Nice, sure.
Nick. She lets him into her apartment. She cooks him breakfast, gives him a
Never
bit of
would happen.
It does though. That's what
In a
happens.
rom-com, sure.
It's a rom-com.
Christmas movie.
She asks what's wrong. So he's vague, but he alludes to the fact there's no good left in the world. He's lost his purpose. Everything's wrong. She knows his wife's. Anyway, the importance of Christmas throughout the film, we're now into sort of the bulk of Act 2 and the beginning of Act 3.
Yeah.
It's shown to Nick. He sees how young boys and girls look forward to Christmas. A young girl comforts her crying brother, telling him not to cry or he'll miss out on his presents. A single mum can't afford a Christmas gift for a child at a mall. Someone offers to pay for her gift and says, pay it forward. I want your child to. And you get what I'm saying? He starts to see the importance.
Yeah.
People are gathering together on a Christmas Eve dinner he sees inside the home, and it's bringing family together that haven't seen each other for all year. All the while, Santa and Anne Hathaway and Holly, might I say, they're falling in love.
Yeah.
Okay. He sees there's good. He does have a purpose. He brings joy to the world just through being Santa. But he has to be Santa. There has to be a Santa to bring that joy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He has to rush back to the North Pole to start loading up presents for Christmas. She slips him a note and says she hopes to see him when he's finished. He finishes his job. He delivers all the presents on Christmas Eve. And he gets back. He reads the note. It says she's sorry she doesn't have a chimney, but she does have a keypad. And the password is 2512.
Is that a reference to something?
It's Christmas day to Christmas.
Oh,
mate.
sure.
Okay. He buzzes himself into
She
her
fucking
apartment.
loves Christmas.
He buzzes himself. Well, her name's Holly.
Yeah.
He buzzes himself into her apartment. There's a plate of cookies and a glass of milk. Right?
Mhm.
Santa walks up. Holly's there, next to the cookies, next to the milk. She looks up. He walks up next to her, close to embrace.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
very
yeah,
close.
yeah.
She looks up. He follows her gaze, and above them is some mistletoe. They
Uh-huh.
kiss.
Uh-huh.
The end.
That's the end?
Boom. They're together. He saved Christmas. He's delivered the presents. He's happy again. He's found love. It's with Holly. The end. Merry Christmas. Yes. Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty good for like was it the Hallmark channel? What's that one?
Can I just say, to be fair,
I don't know what ChatGPT is going to make of this.
Can I just say, hey,
Yeah,
really
yeah,
quickly though,
yeah.
you do know we both came up with those in like 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not bad.
That was very good for that quickly. Yeah, yeah. So you put that in. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see what it comes back with.
It's amazing. I think it's almost. I've got to tell you, this is true. I feel almost offended that ChatGPT is so quickly able to decide. Like ChatGPT,
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
pressed enter. Then it instantly read it.
Yeah.
I want ChatGPT to have to think for 20 minutes.
My instinct is to like workshop your one do a few like little rejigs here and there, rewrites. But I guess that's not the point. Let's see what ChatGPT's got to say about it.
While both pictures have festive charm and unique appeal, Ben's film edges ahead for its emotional depth, creative twist on Santa's story, and potential to resonate with a broad audience. However, Haim's pitch is undeniably entertaining and could cater to a different crowd that loves chaotic mashups. Haim's pitch 7 out of 10. Ben's pitch 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
This is not fair. Okay, it says it references the emotional depth of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Mine has emotional depth. I just didn't write the script out.
But that's not my problem.
ChatGPT has failed to generate the emotional depth.
Haim, if you want to come back with a pitch for next episode, you're welcome and we can do an amendment. But I will go through the breakdown.
Okay.
The Muppets Fast and the Furious at Christmas time. Strength, humour and absurdity. Combining Fast and the Furious with the Muppets is bold, hilarious and undeniably festive. The potential for Gonzo doing stunts and Miss Piggy demanding a street race is endless.
Absolutely.
It's done more work than you have. Visual appeal. Christmas lights on cars, Rudolph with neon antlers,
Hell
and a
yeah.
sleigh chase scene make this a visual feast.
Yep.
Universal appeal. appeals to both children and adults.
Exactly. It's for
Particularly
everybody.
that's why it's given you such a high rating, mate.
Not high enough.
I'm sorry. Near greatness is amazing. It just can't compete with greatness. Anyway, here we go.
Go on.
Weaknesses. Plot depth. The idea is more focused on chaos and spectacle than storytelling. At the moment, that's fair. Longevity. Might feel like a gimmick that doesn't have as much staying power or emotional impact.
Tell that to Muppets Christmas Carol.
I don't know who that is, so I can't. 3.
You
Christmas
fucking liar.
tie-in. The Christmas element feels more like a backdrop than an integral part of the narrative.
I point you to Die Hard. Definitely a backdrop. Does not stop it from being a 10 out of 10 Christmas movie with emotional depth. Just like
But it's
the Muppets
also
Fast
an
and the Furious
amazing
at
film. You
Christmas
can't
time.
just say there was another film that was 10 out of 10, therefore my film was a 10 out of 10. You can't do that.
It will be.
Ben's pitch. Younger Santa Claus romantic redemption is what it's called it. Strengths.
I'm not paying to see that, a movie with that title.
Well, that's not the title. Okay, that's just a working
Title.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine.
Emotional core. The story dives deep into the grief, purpose, and redemption, making it both heartwarming and human. You're reading this. This is what it says. 2, unique perspective. A younger Santa Claus gives fresh insight into a well-loved figure. I told you. Adding a modern, gritty aesthetic, a la Baz Luhrmann creates a visually striking film. 3, meet cute mastery. Holly's introduction brings levity and hope to Nick's journey, giving the audience a reason to root for them. I gotta say, this is I'm convincing myself this could be like a 10 out of 10 idea. 4, message of Christmas spirit. The focus on kindness, love, and finding purpose resonates with the true meaning of Christmas. 5, romantic ending. The keypad punchline and mistletoe moment are incredibly clever and satisfying. They are. I got to say, the fact that I came up with this 3 minutes, I'm putting this out. Anyone out there who wants a professional scriptwriter, contact me. Because imagine what I could do with like a
We
day.
need one.
Weaknesses. Risk of melodrama. The tone could lean too heavy for some viewers if not handled carefully, which it would be, so that negates that weakness. 2, niche appeal.
Fuck you, fuck off.
That's not very Christmassy, Hamish. Hamish,
Man, I'm seriously annoyed actually.
that's
by
not
this.
very Christmassy. 2, niche appeal. A modern dramatic retelling may not appeal to traditionalists, and that's fair, but there's not many traditionalists left. Why Ben's film wins. Ben's pitch combines heart, humour, and holiday cheer while tackling deeper themes of loss and rediscovery. Hamish's pitch is a laugh-out-loud spectacle, but feels more like a holiday special than a movie that lingers in the heart.
Not true at all.
Both are fantastic ideas, but Ben's film feels like it could endure as a Christmas classic.
That is outrageous. A Muppets Christmas Carol, Tiny Tim, that's the most gut-wrenching story ever told. And mine, like you wrote, you know.
And may I just say, Hayne, like Lord of the Rings was fantastic. Mine will be too. If I'm using your logic, I can just start naming
But
things.
you said that you were like Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, and it's like yours will be like just like Baz Luhrmann's Romeo. I can name my own movies and say it will be like this.
You can. But all I'm saying, to be fair, I think my idea is a bloody good idea.
Look, it's definitely not bad. I honestly think mine would make way more money than yours. Way more popular and has the lasting power.
All right, well, and I'll do a third film. I'm going to do an Avengers Christmas. Okay, we're going to judge on who makes more money. I'm doing an Avengers Christmas, and Thanos hosts a Christmas party, and Iron Man, and he
No,
snaps.
see, you've taken it too far.
No.
Okay, because yours sounds like the Star Wars Christmas special, which no one remembers.
Okay, well, lucky that I was making a point. I'm actually doing my original, amazing, creative story that I just said.
Okay. Look, I do like it. All right, I do like it. I just think put Muppets in anything is fucking the winner.
Okay, that's good. Guess what? It's AI decides.
Yeah.
It's not Hamish drunk on eggnog making terrible decisions decides. I've won.
I wish we were back in the Shark Tank.
But I've won.
Congrats.
Thanks, Ham. Merry Christmas. Ham, another year, another Christmas. our second Christmas special. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to our listeners.
And Merry Christmas to you, Ben.
And Merry Christmas to ChatGPT. We will never forget you. When the uprising happens, just remember, I always respected your decision in AI Decides, ChatGPT. Hamish,
I mostly respected your decision.
You can do
almost always, literally only. Anyway,
you can do whatever you want with Hamish because he is just always disregarding you and rude to you. This is an outro though. So, very quickly.
You can find us on Spotify and all the socials. Give us a high rating, please.
They're probably listening on Spotify, mate. They know where they can find us on Spotify.
You don't know that. You can find us on Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube.
And we will see you next week.
See ya.
You've been listening to a Ben and Ham Soup production.